Hey my book lovers! So today we're gonna go do some shopping at Indigo, and for once I can actually film once we're inside because I have a microphone now, so I can whisper. So we're gonna go to Indigo, and the goal for today is they always have these like buy 3 books for $10, and it's always like super unknown books. And I really have been wanting to try to read more like original unknown books this year, so we're gonna get some of that. And I was bored today because I don't have that much schoolwork to do at the moment, which is a good thing because that means exams are coming up. That means I have time to actually film for once this year. So we are going to do that. So let's go to Indigo. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I need these. I don't need more fourth wing stuff, but I want. So I just like looking around because I can't not look around, and I had the idea, wait, I need to look to see if they finally have the book that I come every single time I come to Indigo for, and that I've been wanting to read since fall started, and that's Ninth House. And they finally, so excited. So this wasn't in the plan, but it's part of the plan now. I'm getting this book because I wanted it so bad. So we've unfortunately reached a bit of a problem. The 3 for 10s don't seem to exist anymore. Like there's a few, but they're like not interesting. So that's not gonna happen. I should have just done it last time when it was like a full table of just that, but I lost my chance. Okay, so I found a new idea for the video. So what we're gonna be doing now is instead I'm gonna go onto my Spotify, and I make playlists all the time. Like it's my thing. I'm bored, I make a playlist. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go on Spotify, I'm gonna close my eyes and scroll through my playlist and pick one. Whatever playlist I pick, I have to pick a book that would match the same vibe as that playlist. So instead of having to go out and find a playlist that matches the book, my playlist is like already done for it in a way. So let's do that. Okay, so I got my villain era playlist, which I get made fun of a lot for having. So be fair to me, I made that when I was in like Sec 1 or Sec 2, and it has really good songs, so I don't care. Yeah, so that pretty much matches really well with Ninth House, so now I have a reason to buy Ninth House legitimately. So this is like, it gives dark academia. I know that the main protagonist is very morally gray, so I think that also works. And a lot of the songs, I checked playlists that have this book, like playlists that people made, and the songs match in my playlist to that playlist. So we are going to get 9 pals for my villain era. So let's see what's the next playlist. Okay, I have to find a book that gives Little Mix vibes. What kind of book gives Little Mix vibes? So deep cuts is an option because we've got singer romance and everything, so I think that this could be a really good option. I'm trying to lean more towards like books about singers. I feel like that would work well with Little Mix considering we're talking about a girl band. So if I find like girl singers, I feel like I'm going in the right direction. Okay, I found this one. It's 2 sisters that were like a duo and then they like break apart and everything. I feel like that's a great option because it's like 2 girls. So okay, so I'm gonna get the Griffin Sisters Greatest Hits. It sounds really good, low-key. And it's like 2 sisters who were like the soundtrack to the 2000s and everything. But like now people are trying to reunite them, but there's like stuff that happened. Like I feel like this gives like if Daisy and the Jones was about 2 girls instead and like sisters. So very interested by this. So this is going to be the second book that we So I'm about 175 pages into Ninth House now, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so different. Like, I think the thing that I'm really enjoying is seeing Yale in a new perspective. So this whole book is focusing on Alex Stern, and it's her going to Yale. And in Yale, there's these different societies that practice magic, and they all practice different kinds of magic. But then there's obviously this higher society that's kind of overlooking them and making sure that their magic is working within the right protocols, that nothing's gonna come and interact with it and like ruin it and like make everything go wrong. So Alex is like the Dante, so kind of like the apprentice. She's going to be the next person who's going to be like in charge of making sure everything's good. So she is the Dante, which is like the apprentice in this book, of Darlington. But then Darlington has gone missing now, and she has not finished doing her apprenticeship, and now she's in charge, and we don't know where Darlington's gone. Like, it's not clear what happened to him at all. Like, she knows how he's gone, and apparently like the full moon is gonna maybe bring him back to do a certain ritual or whatever, but she has to wait for the full moon. Like, that part is still very confusing. I don't understand where Darlington is or how he's gonna come back, but I'm very interested by like the whole premise. Like, it's so fun, and it's told in a third person perspective, but kind of centered towards Alex in one of them and towards Darlington in the other. There's just no talking in I. It's very Alex does this, Darlington does that, which I know it bothers some people, but I think it's very well done in this, especially if you're not used to reading third person. I think this is well done. Oh, hi boo boo. You're in my camera. Move a little bit more. Okay, there you go. So I mean, it's done in a good third person perspective that it's really easy to read, especially if you're not used to reading third person perspective. And boo boo, you're gonna get in the camera again. Oh, okay. No, you're not. Good. No, wait. The ears are in it. Just the one ear. Yeah. So, but it's also fun because it's not solely in the present. Like, when we go back, when we get a chapter that's in Darlington's like third point of view that we're focusing on more, then we're back in the past. So we're learning about the beginning of her apprenticeship, the society more, but like from Darlington's point of view, their relationship, how is she and Darlington together. And it's like, it's very much like my perspective of their relationship is changing so much. Like, at the beginning I was like, oh, this is like they hate each other, but now I'm like, wait, are they kind of in love with each other? Are they in a relationship? Like, there's so many unanswered questions, but they're like slowly being answered point by point, so I'm really excited to get the rest of them answered because it's so interesting. But the thing that I really like is the whole fact that it's like in Yale, and in my mind, Yale, when I think of it, I think of Gilmore Girls. I think of Rory in Gilmore Girls at Yale, and you know, that's like beautiful, bright, light, it's all happy, all amazing and everything like that, with like Paris going crazy. But like here, it's so dark. We're talking about like dead people. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Alex can see dead people, and that's what they're protecting during the magic rituals, is that the dead people don't come and interact with the dead at the ritual, because they're attracted to blood. So when there's blood, they're gonna come, and rituals often use blood. And then there's other things that sometimes can attract them, but she's the only person who can see them, and they can also kind of interact with her for some of the weird reasons, some of them, which they're not supposed to be able to do. So I have a bunch of questions about that. Yeah, but like, it's really interesting to see Yale in this like really dark perspective, in this gothic, old-timey, mysterious perspective, which like makes sense for Yale, but like I don't see it that way. I see the Gilmore Girls light. So it's like very interesting for me to try to like merge these two perspectives that I have together and to try to like put them as one. Like, my brain is like so confused about how to do everything. So yeah, it makes me want to go see Yale in person. Like, I've never been to Yale in person. I've only been to Harvard in person and MIT, but I've never been to Yale in person, and it makes me want to go there now. Yeah,
But I'm definitely really excited to keep this going. There's a lot of unanswered questions, and so far I'm really loving the characters. Like Alex Stern is really fun because she is kind of morally gray. Like some of her actions, you wonder if they're the best thing to do. So you don't always agree with her, but they're not so bad that it's like, oh my god, I hate this person. She's the most annoying person on earth. And she has reasons for doing the things that she does. And there's so much backstory that we're learning about, but it's not like info dump of backstory. It's like, oh, something happened. But with time, we're learning more about the pieces. Like she was an addict before she went to Yale, and we learn like pretty early. Like we learn like at this point, I've learned why she became an addict, and it's so understandable. Like if I were her, I also would have become an addict at that point. So like I understand why she became the way that she became. So yeah, it's super interesting and I'm really loving this. So I'm gonna keep reading. My goal for today is to try to get like 100 pages to 150 pages through if I can. So that's the goal for today. Also, I just want to flaunt the bookmark that my sister made me. It's a tea bag. Whoop. It's a tea bag. And then the end is a book. And I can flip the paper.
Hello. So I've officially finished reading Ninth House. So done. I don't know why I did that. And once again, I found that this year, well, 2025 is done now, but I found that for 2025, I matched a lot of my outfits to my books accidentally. Like it just randomly happened, and it's happened again. Like I feel like wearing a cardigan with like a simple shirt underneath, and it's a Ralph Lauren cardigan with it, and my hair like this, and just sitting with books. I just feel like that's very studious, very Yale. Like this is something I feel like someone of high society Yale would wear. Yeah. So this is officially done. So I rate Ninth House 4 stars. I think I definitely had high expectations for the book, even though I didn't know really what it was about. I think it's more I was just like, it was dark academia. It was recommended if you liked House of Anubis, and I love House of Anubis so bad. It is my go-to like childhood TV show. I still watch it to this day. Yes. And if you never watched House of Anubis, please go watch House of Anubis. You can find it free online. Literally just look up like House of Anubis free and watch it. I'm making my book bestie Enya watch it with me. She's loving it. We're finally at season 2, which is the best season. And then we stop there. We don't watch season 3. We don't talk about that. Anyways, that's not the purpose of this video. It's not to talk about Sasuke! No, that's not a toy. You're so annoying. Okay. So yeah, so I feel like I had a bit too high of expectations in like the weirdest way of not being like, oh my god, I expect so much. Like, yes, I expect a lot from this author. Like, Six of Crows is an amazing book. I have it like right here. Like, Six of Crows is insanely amazing, and it is an amazing duology. It's so well written, and it's like, I can't believe it's a YA duology. Like, it's crazy because it's so good. And then I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, wait, like, she wrote like new adult. I want to read that for sure. And it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. The writing is incredible. I learned a bunch of new words, new people, like things that I didn't know about before that I learned about. Like I learned about this really cool painter that I'm actually kind of obsessed with now because I find his art style amazing and awesome. Don't ask me his name because I don't remember his name. But like I learned a lot of things reading this book, which I liked. I always love learning when reading. But I think that it just felt a lot of like, let's go look at places and let's go bribe people. And there was no action. Like I was missing action. I feel like it was building up to this big action that there wasn't. Like low key, okay, feels like Stranger Things finale.
Like, you feel like there's going to be like this huge build-up, huge thing that's going to happen. And at the end of the day, it's like, what? It was 15 minutes? And then they just like went to the after. That's the letdown of this book. It's just, don't get your hopes high on the adventure-seeking portion. There isn't a lot of it. It's a lot of just, like, you know, like when you're watching a mystery movie and they're all just like looking for the clues. Like, it's just basically her looking for clues the whole time. It's good, and I still liked it, and I love the world of it. I think the big thing about this, and about all of her books as well, is she knows how to create a world. And while this one isn't as much world building, it still has that aspect because she's bringing fantasy elements into our world, into our normal world. So it's still super well done, and it's super interesting. I just think that you shouldn't go in expecting fight scenes and fun action and adventure and stuff like that. That's not what the first book's about. But still, if you like your ghosts and your dark academia and your House of Anubis, read this book. It is still worth the read. It's still really well done. So yeah. So now that we're officially done with Ninth House, that means we finished the first playlist. I didn't actually end up listening to music that much when reading this book, surprisingly. And I would listen to random playlists that had like literally nothing to do with it, even though I would try to listen to the villain playlist or like Ninth House playlists that I found online. No, I didn't want to. I ended up listening to like French music on in the background. Don't know why. That was the vibe. But I didn't really listen to that much music when I was listening. I would usually just like read it when my dad was watching TV. I'd have like an NFL game in the background or an NHL game in the background. Background noise is background noise. So now we're moving on to the next book, which is the one for the Little Mix playlist. And that book is the Griffin's Sisters Greatest Hits. So I started it a little bit, but like when I mean a little bit, I mean like I'm 10 pages in. I don't even know who this character is. I'm reading from this person called Cherry's perspective. I don't know who Cherry is. She ain't one of the sisters. Why am I reading from Cherry's perspective? I don't know who she is. I'm excited to see how she correlates to everything. Because right now I'm just confused. I'm just like, who is this biatch? Why isn't she one of the sisters? Why am I in 2024? So, yeah. So from what I understand of this book, it's two sisters in the 2000s that have a girl group together. And they're going to like talk about like their history and everything. Like, it's fake. It's not real. But it's like their whole like drama of everything that happened. I don't understand how they're going to tell it. Maybe they're going to tell it to Cherry. Maybe that's where Cherry comes into play. Oh wait, I just see Cherry in the description. Zoe's teenage daughter, Cherry, and Zoe's one of the sisters. Oh, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. But Cherry just ran away from home, so like, how is Zoe gonna tell Cherry her story if she just ran away from her? I'll figure it out. I'm like asking myself way too many questions for 10 pages in right now. Yeah, but I'm definitely excited for this one. I haven't read a book about artists since Daisy Jones and the Six, and that one is insanely amazing. 5-star read. We'll never shut up about that show or the TV series because, like, even though they did some stuff that I really don't like, the songs and the casting, it's beautiful. So I don't have high expectations, low-key. I don't really have any expectations. So we are going to start this, and I will let you guys know my thoughts.
officially finished The Griffin Sisters. So overall, I'm gonna give this like a 3.5. I think it was a really enjoyable read. Like, it shocked me how much I enjoyed it and how easily I went through it. I didn't expect to like it that much, considering I've never heard anybody talk about this book at all, and then I just randomly found it on the shelves. But I think it really has like a beautiful story about like music and the music industry, and how, as much as it can be someone's passion, it can really be something that kind of destroys them at the same time. And I love a good sister relationship. It made me very grateful for the relationship I have with my sister. But I have to say, there's a lot of repetition in this book, like a crazy amount of repetition that, like, if I had been the editor of this book, I would have like cut so much of it, because it's in different POVs. It's in the POV of the two sisters. So the first sister is Zoe and the other one's Cassie. And there's also the POV of Cherry, Zoe's daughter, in the future. Well, also the other two in the future as well, but like Cherry only exists in the future. And it's repeated so many times over those same three POVs, like the same messages, the same meanings over and over and over again. And it just gets very repetitious. It's like, yeah, Zoe's the pretty one, Cassie's the fat one. Like, literally that is repeated so many times throughout this book. And I wish it had like been said in a different way. Wish we could have just skipped over it, considering that it was mentioned maybe in the chapter right before. It's just like sometimes there'd be like the story is told by one person, and then the other person gives like a little recap about the story. Like, if this was a TV show, sure, but it's a book. I just read that chapter. I don't need a recap. So, yeah, that's like my biggest complaint about this book. But I did love all like the little music trivia that I learned. Okay, so like the Red Hot Chili Peppers wanted to be named Tony Flo and the Miraculously Majestic Majors of Mayhem, I think. Something like that. But either way, that's way too long of a name for a group. So that was really interesting to learn about. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it to people, but I definitely would have liked to have helped the editor of this book out a bit. So yeah, so that is it for this one. I did actually listen to some Little Mix while I read this book, and then I just basically kind of listened to random playlists. I listened to a lot of Madison Beer while reading this, but that's just because her new album came out, so I was in a Madison Beer phase. Now, we're continuing on to the next book, which I already started. I'm not halfway through yet, but I'm almost at 100 pages. And that is Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner? Zauner, is that how you say it? So this is a memoir. This author, she's an artist. Maybe you know her. She's known as Japanese Breakfast. Did not know this artist at all. Never listened to Japanese Breakfast before. And it's not really my style. Like, I tried it and it's just not for me. But I really am liking it so far. Like, first off, that first paragraph is just so captivating in this book. Like, it just starts off very captivating, and even the first line is so captivating. It's, ever since my mom died, I cry in H Mart. Like, it leaves you open, like, her mom died. How did her mom die? How is this connected to H Mart? Why is she crying in H Mart? Is it related to her mom? Is it not related to her? Like, you have a lot of questions that are coming up. Like, did they have a good relationship? Like, you're already thinking all these questions straight off the bat. So I think it's a very good way to start off the book. I love the writing style. I think it's beautiful. And there's mentions of food, like, everywhere. So when I read this, I get so hungry. Like, she's talking about all her Korean dishes, which I'm not going to try to pronounce because I'm going to pronounce it wrong, I guarantee you. But now, like, I'm so hungry, and I'm like, I could kill for some rice cakes right now. Like, so give me mochi. There was mochi mentioned, and I was like, mochi. But yeah. So for those of you who don't know what this book is about, this book is about the author's life, but specifically about her relationship with her mother.
So she talks about it. It doesn't follow a linear timeline exactly. It really bounces back and forth between her present in the moment in time that she's mostly recounting on and any time during her past. It's very much like she's telling a story, and whenever that there's something that reminds her of something else in her past, she just brings it up naturally. Or whether it's like her father's past or her mother's past, anything like that. But we're mostly focusing on her helping her mother. So her mother is diagnosed with cancer. And it's a very aggressive, it's a stage 4 cancer. It's a stomach cancer from what I remember. But it wasn't actually cancer. Like they did, I don't remember what the term was. So it's her taking care of her mother and like going through all the emotions that are related to it. And we're kind of just like, because it's a memoir, you have like a lot looser play with timelines. So it's very much like, oh, the beginning starts with her mom has already passed, but now, oh, we go back to her childhood a bit, and oh, now we go to her mom is battling cancer. Like we're really jumping around everywhere, but it's so beautifully and seamlessly done that it's really easy to comprehend. Yeah, boo boo. Oh, really? And I think it's like very beautiful to read and very beautiful to, like, it's taking me longer than I thought it would because it's heavy. Like it's a very heavy book because we're talking about death the whole way through. We're talking about struggling. We're talking about like a lot of emotions and like feelings where it's your parents give everything for you to succeed. Well, like hopefully your parents are phenomenal and their sole job is to like, not their only job, but one of their main jobs is to take care of you and put you wherever you need to go and just like support you unconditionally. And sometimes some parents lack some of those qualities. And for her, one of them was she felt like her mom sometimes didn't support her. She wasn't what her mom wanted. She wasn't the daughter her mom wanted. And it made them have a strain in their relationship. But when her mom falls sick, it's all about, I feel like I can never do enough to take care of you because I'm your daughter and you gave me everything and I'm supposed to just take care of you in this time and it's not working. And it's horrible and I don't understand. And it's rebuilding a relationship into new terms also. Because now instead of you being dependent on your mom's dependent on you. And that's really hard for a parent to go through and for a child to go through. So it makes me reflect on my own relationship with my mother and like relationships just within my whole family as well. And it makes me like, grateful for what I have gone through and puts in perspective other things. And like some of the things I completely understand what she's going through. So I'm relating to some of the topics as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to finish this like relatively soon. My goal is, because since I started uni, I do have a lot of work to do. Like I'm choosing to do the work. I'm choosing to write notes after every single class and then make flashcards. So as a break to my, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like study for like, let's say 30 minutes and then I'll read for 10. And I'll keep doing that, so that hopefully will help me continue this book. And then we'll have finished this. So I have officially finished reading Crying in H Mart. So I have a rule, I don't give ratings to memoirs because I think it's unfair to rate somebody's life. Like it's their experiences, especially in this one. She's talking about how she went through her entire mother's death. So I feel like that's really wrong to say, yeah, you wrote your mother's death really well. There could have been more, you could have grieved better. You know, like, I'm not going to say that. That's not nice. Oh my God, he's still. Okay, yeah. So I think this was a really excellent read. I really loved the writing style of it. It was beautifully described, and I loved how it's very oriented towards food and how food reminisces her memories of her mother. And it's very beautiful because you don't get a lot of stories where you're talking about food so much. Like, every single chapter, there's a mention of food. So I learned a bunch about Korean culture, which was really fun. And like, I learned about so many of these plates. There's like a lot of plates that I knew about, but I didn't really ever understand what was in it or why it was culturally significant. And now I do. So it was really interesting. Like, it was a really fun way to learn about a culture, but making it so seamless that it felt easy to learn about it. It was like, didn't feel like you were learning. Like, you were just reading and enjoying, and you kind of realized that you were learning things. And the grief is like really powerful in this. Like, I am truly sorry that she had to go through this, and that she had to lose her mother the way that she did. And it really has me like thinking about my family and about all the what ifs, like if something similar were to happen to me. And I don't know, it's a book that really makes you reflect. Like, it's so short, but it really makes you reflect. I was really expecting to talk about the most about her grief, but I was expecting to actually maybe talk about her career a bit more, but it's literally like the last two chapters that even mention the career that she went on to have. And even then, it's very faint. But I think it's really beautiful, like the way that she got to being where she is now. And it's like, she did it for her mother. Like, she's still doing everything for her mother. And I find that very beautiful. So I hope to make my mom as proud as I'm sure her mom is of her right now. So why are you just breathing into my microphone? They're just going to hear your purrs. You're just grateful that I saved you from the garage, even though I'm the one who put you there. So yeah, I really like this book. I think Book Talk hyping this up, recommending this a lot is definitely fair. I definitely think a lot of people should be reading it. There's a lot to learn from it, and it's a short read, and it's well written. So I think that if you want a book, take the time to read this. Like, it is something that is worth reading. If you have a family, it's worth reading to really appreciate your family members, because no matter how much you're going to fight with them, at the end of the day, you could lose them. So it's important to always try to make those memories and make those things that when they are gone, you'll be able to remember them forever with those things. Like, for me, it's my, like, when I think about like my mom, like I think of the Disney movies, you know, and whenever I watch a Disney movie, I think about the memories associated with me, my mom, my sister, and those Disney movies. And I'm grateful to have those memories. So this book kind of made me reflect on that. So music-wise for this book, I don't remember what did I listen to? Didn't listen to the songwriter. I did actually listen to my Fall Vibes playlist, which I'm surprised I did since we're not in fall, we're in winter. But I just had I was reading this, I was like, you know what, we picked the Fall Vibes for it, and then I remembered how good my Fall Vibes playlist is. So I did actually listen to the Fall Vibes while reading, and it fit really nicely. And then I think I have like a comforting sad playlist. I listened to that also. But sometimes it was just like silence. Can you stop moving my camera? Thank you. Yeah, so those are the kind of playlists I listen to it. But overall, I think that this challenge was really fun. I really loved, like, since it was not my plan at all and this just ended up becoming the plan, I'm really happy with it. Like, I'm happy that I got to read these 3 books. Like they were all very different in their own way, and it was enjoyable reads. I didn't hate any of these books. They definitely had different ranges of how much I loved them, and it was enjoyable to be able to associate them with playlists. So I'm definitely going to be trying to match books towards playlists that I have more often to try to convince me to read even more on transport, because I'll be like listening to a playlist that matches the book. And yeah, so that is my first video of, well, technically my second video of 2026, but this one was a little while in the making since we started in 2025. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me rant and read books. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you for another video really soon.